And good afternoon and welcome to the Sailplane Grand Prix on day 4 here in sunny Santiago, and it really is sunny today, which is good news. Yesterday's weather didn't behave itself, and unfortunately we were unable to get a task in, even though we did get some of the pilots flying. It wasn't safe, so the decision was made to can it for yesterday, knowing the weather was going to be good today and for the rest of the week. The Met man, or Met lady actually I should say, tells us that we should have climbs to 3,000 or 3,200 meters, hopefully 3 to 4 meters in strength. Nice and clear. We've got a big task, 305 kilometers today, starting around 3 o'clock local time here, and we'll give you the best coverage we can. A little bit more information today. The Pope's in town. Unfortunately, he can't make it to the grid today, but he did say he'd try and catch up with the highlights later. So what we'll do, as we've got some competitors here, is we'll go and have a chat with them. So Cantus is just here. We'll mind up for the wing there, Felipe. Cantus, from Lithuania. How are you today?
I'm okay. That's very nice weather today, sunshine. I like the sunshine. I prefer sunshine than overcast.
Well, that means we're going to get some good thermals.
Yes. Sunshine makes a good thermals normally.
You had a good chance to look at the task today?
Yes. It's not super complicated, but there are like options on every leg, I think, to choose. So, and there are a lot of choices, I mean.
Unless it's really high, and then it's straightforward.
Oh, unless it's high, unless it's really high, there's no problem anyway. You just go straight, there's no problem when you're high.
That's good. One question for you about your aeroplane, ASG29.
Yes.
Yeah, and you share it with a partner from back home?
Yeah, I own only a small part of it, like, yeah.
And can you tell us about the picture on the tailplane?
Yeah, that's my grandfather. I have a lot of respect for him. I never seen him actually. He was in the anti-Soviet resistance after World War II, and my mother's family was deported to Siberia because of his activities. So he vanished in the Soviet gulags. So I think I feel that I can fly in Chile and enjoy the life because of his work done. Yeah, so I feel a lot of respect. His name is Antanas Ragauskas. That's the letters Alfa Romeo.
Ah, okay, so that's okay. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So we're going to see you on the podium today.
I'll do my best. I don't know what's gonna be at the end of the day, but I'll try. I always try.
Yeah. That's good. Have a good day. Right,
Thank you.
See if we can catch up with you later. Well, while we're walking down here, we've got 19 gliders on the grid here, and we should have 20. We've had a number of people asking us about Klaus Kalman, who should have been here competing with us, but unfortunately he had an accident during the training period. And we've spoken to him this morning. He's recovering well in hospital. There's no surgery is required. And he's just got a very, very sore back. A few chipped and broken bones, but he's well on his way to recovery. So Klaus, everybody here wishes you the best, and we hope to see you back here at the airfield towards the end of the week. And that's got us here to Tilo. Tilo.
Hi.
Hi. Getting everything ready?
Just sorting out my oxygen here, because I think we need this today. Huh?
Yeah, that's good. Anything over 10,000 feet you'll be using oxygen?
Maybe sometimes even earlier. It's natural and legal doping, you know.
I only use oxygen when I've got a hangover.
Well, I definitely don't have one. I had a nice evening yesterday, relaxing evening, playing cards with kids and running around, but today I'm looking forward to a nice flight.
That's one of the nice things about the Grand Prix here. It's very relaxed. Because we've got a smaller number of competitors, everybody gets to know each other and their families.
You're absolutely right. That's why I love to fly the Grand Prix. Immediately you get friends You get together with everybody, you have a beer together, and you help each other. In the morning when we push out the gliders, I mean, it's not something to hide yourself before in front of the other competitors. You simply do your sport together. You wish yourself luck, or you wish the other competitor luck too. And actually, if someone wins, you look up to him and you're very curious to listen how he did. I mean, we always fly in the same direction. It's an extreme competitive race, and this way we can see immediately what little tiny difference sometimes makes the big difference of winning the day or not.
There's several styles of sailplane racing. You seem to like the Grand Prix format. When was the last time you did a traditional glider race?
Well, last year I flew our German nationals and I did not do very good. I'm not a good person in flying tactics. I mean, this start issue to try to follow the other and always watching for the others. I rather like to have my own ideas and just trying to find the best way, not taking care about the others too much. That's what I really like to do, flying forward and not trying to avoid mistakes, just trying to make it better than the others. That's what I love in this sport here, and Grand Prix offers this.
And the task today?
It's a tricky one. I'm looking forward to. We have many options. I mean, we can fly around, we can take the high pass, going already inside to the first turn point. Coming to the second turn point, we can take the detour around, which maybe is faster, we don't know. We have to circle and we have to find good lifts, and we have to select, well, to take the quick thermals on the ridge, or rather to climb high and then take the second system. I have two plans, and I will decide in the air which of the two ones I will actually choose.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing that, and have a good day. See you
Thank
later.
you.
Right, see if we can have a quick chat with Didier. Didier from France flies a lot in the Alps. In fact, he's at home in the Alps, and see what he thinks about the difference between the Alps and the Andes here in Chile. See if we can just squeeze a word in there. Hi Didier, how are you doing today?
Hello, Shaun.
So, we're here in the Andes. How does that differ from your home, the Alps?
Oh, it's very different. The air masses and the lifts are much more turbulent. That's one very important thing. So, when you fly when you are circling or when you are just flying along the ridges, you have to be very concentrated all the time, because there are the turbulences and the downdraft sometimes are very uncomfortable. So yes, that's different. And after that, today task, we go into the east and we have some tricky parts. I think I don't know the area enough to be sure how to manage it, because there are some very high level passes, and so this part of the east part of the task might be tricky.
So you're using a map here to visualize this. Have you looked at the computer? Do you use CU for that as well?
I like to use the map, yes, but not in flight, before the flight. Yeah. During the flight I don't. I have it with me, but I don't look at it.
It's in your head then?
Yeah, yeah, and in the instruments, of course, yes. Yeah.
Good. Okay, are we going to see you on the podium today?
Oh, would be marvelous. Yeah. I hope so, yeah. With my old glider.
It's not that old, and it's certainly not that slow. Well done, Didier. Thank you, and hopefully we'll catch up later on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Let's pop down here. And we've started a little bit further down the grid today, so we can see and have a chat with some new people. Just see off in the distance the first guys have just started launching. Let's see if we can have a chat with Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Nice New Zealand accent. Well, actually, it's quite English, your accent.
I wouldn't have said that myself, but
yeah, go and put a bit more of a twang into it.
yeah, g'day.
G'day.
That's probably Australian, actually.
That is probably more Australian.
Yeah, kia ora.
Kia ora.
That's a little bit of Kiwi.
Yeah. So where's home?
Home for me is Tauranga, and I fly out of the Tauranga Gliding Club, and that's in the Bay of Plenty, on the eastern side of the North Island, about 2.5 hours drive south of Auckland.
And there's many in the club there?
We've got a membership of about 60. with about 30 active pilots. So it's only a small club, but it's quite a well-to-do club from past investments that the club's made. So we've got a good fleet of gliders and a core keen group of pilots. So yeah, it's good. It's very close to home, and that's what's convenient to me.
Yeah. Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
You haven't been flying for very long, have you?
Well, I've been flying for a while, but in competitions, no. I've only seriously been contemplating, entering competitions for the last 2 to 3 years, and really only the last 2 years seriously since I bought my JS1. So no, I'm fairly new to the sport actually.
Fairly meteoric rise as well, from a PW5 2 years ago to now a JS1.
Yes, I'm sort of pinching myself that I'm actually here. I mean, I've only got 600 hours flying time. I'm competing and flying with guys that have got 5,000 hours or so. So I'm way behind the the 8 ball as far as experience goes. But it's fun flying with these guys, and you just learn stuff every day. And I'm just hoping that it all sinks in and I can sort of take advantage of some of the stuff I've learned.
That's fantastic. And you've had a good look at the task today, 305 kilometres.
Yes, I've studied it as best I can. I've sought a little bit of external advice from people who know a bit better than me. For me, I tend to push on too quickly. I'm just a little bit keen to get to the next turn point. I think the key for me today is to stay high. Yeah, I think if you get low in the second and third turn points, I think that's really going to slow you down. So that's the very simple strategy today. Stay high, stay safe, and hopefully it'll work out.
And fly fast.
Fly as fast as I can.
Excellent, great.
Right.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you back here later.
Thanks very much.
Right, is there anybody else we can grab a quick word with? Good grief, Sebastian was here. It's a little bit early for him to be on the grid. He's a bit like Lewis Hamilton. He doesn't come to the grid until the last minute. So we'll see if we can have a quick chat. Sebastian, do you have a moment for us?
Yes.
You're just putting the task in?
Yes, that's true.
And what do you think of the task today?
There's a lot of question marks. If we can fly it in a high altitude or a lower altitude. But the problem is if we fly it all at high altitude, then we will have too much energy for the last final legs, and it's about 1,000 meters too high. So I don't know. Maybe if the weather is very strong, we will fly at high altitude. But if we will not find very good thermals in the critical moment, we will fly around.
So we're going to see you on the podium today.
I would like to, but never know. This is so many tricks today that till the last moment you will not know who is the winner, because even if you lead and you choose your own way today, there will be possibility for other pilots to overtake you, because they would probably fly in the high mountains and they will be lucky to get the 5-meter thermal, and they will catch you. Yeah.
So will you be in the high mountains or will you go the low route?
I think upway we will fly the low route, then we will pass Animita, and then we will probably fly again around.
Okay.
So does it comply what others said?
Everybody said something different so far. I think it all really depends on the altitude we can get with the weather we have, and how high the cloud base will be will decide where we go.
Yeah, that's true. But the cloud base seems to be very high today, and 4,200 meters at least, and this is enough. But the question is if we can climb quickly. If we will be climbing well, then we will probably fly straight over the mountains, over the passes.
Well, fantastic. Thank you.
I'm taking my camera today with me, so it's
great. Let us have let us have the pictures later. Great. Have a good day. Right, well that's pretty much it from the grids. They're halfway through launching, and what we're going to do is walk back to the commentary box and we'll try and bring you the race live. So look forward to seeing you later.